morning, treasurers. This is your host, Parthesh Shah, co-founder of Fintech, and you are listening to Night Snippets. Here is all what you need to know before going into the trade for the last day of the month of May, 31st May 2021. In the international market, in US, April's core personal consumption expenditure price index, which is a key measure of inflation, rose 3.1% versus expectation of 2.9%. While the indicator came in hot, it was not as worrisome as some market participants feared. Hence, yields were in check and cooled off a bit. US 10-year closed at 158 and 30-year closed at 226 on Friday. In the crude oil market, crude is trading at $68.95 per barrel. Short-term range for crude seems to be $67 to $70 per barrel. As you already know, Knight Research is bullish on crude with $80 per barrel target by December end. In the currency market, dollar index or DXY is at 90.03. DXY's today's range seems to be 89.74 to 90.49. According to the Knight Research team, the new unemployment data will decide the next course of action. Till then, DXY will be range bound, trading between 89.7 to 90.30. USD CNY or Chinese yuan is at 637 and now USD CNY is inching towards 630. Please note that for a long time USD CNY was above 640 and it has breached that level now. USD INR with a high of 72.49 closed at 72.45. USD INR's range for today seems to be 72.30 to 72.60. Please note that USD INR has not touched 72 levels as of now, and it seems RBI is not willing to let 72 level go. In the domestic market, government bond prices fell on Friday because of a large devolvement on the 10-year benchmark 585-2030 bond on primary dealers at the auction on Friday. With this devolvement, 563-2026 closed at 554 versus 555 the previous trading day. 585 GS 2030 closed at 6% versus 599 the previous trading day. Finally, for 585 2030, we have seen the 6% mark. Now let's talk about the 28th May 2021 GSEC auction analysis. The noteworthy movement in the GSEC auction was 585 GS 2030 cutoff came at 599, below 6% psychological mark. But out of the notified amount of rupees 14,000 crore, only rupees 6,563 crore were accepted. Almost half the amount, worth rupees 7,437 crore, were devolved on primary dealers. Bond market sentiments were dented again with this devolvement. What do we infer from this devolvement? Inference number one, as the RBI has been artificially controlling the yields for 585 2030 and because of the low free float, traders are not taking any short positions. But there is a very little appetite for the new issuances at the prevailing low and manipulated yields, which is clearly visible in each auction. Inference number two, at the same time, from RBI perspective, it is clearly evident even from today's cutoffs that RBI is willing to hold 6% mark. Inference number three, RBI did reject bids in 585 2030 previously, but now they can't afford to cancel. Hence, the devolvement on PDs. Inference number four, it was seen from the trading data that others were net buyers on Friday with rupees 3,701 crore versus PDs being net sellers at rupees 3,918 crore. So there was a relief given to the primary dealers in the secondary market by RBI. On the GST front, central government has decided to borrow additional rupees 1.58 lakh crore to compensate states for cess shortfall as agreed upon in the GST agreement. There is a 4th June MPC meeting and market is awaiting GSEP 2.0 announcements which will uplift the market sentiments. For weekly trading range, we at Knight Research think the 585 2030 will trade between 6 to 605 range. We advise our clients to buy near 603 range before GSEP 2.0 announcement. That's it for today. You were listening to Night Snippets with Parthesh Shah, co-founder of Fintech. See you on Tuesday with a new episode of Night Snippets. There is one more thing which we would like to highlight here is, have you noticed that in the last week we hardly traded any bonds in an intraday basis? That was a quite conviction that the 585 will touch 6% and we refrained from taking any intraday bets, and that worked out really well. That's the power of night research. If you want to avail our intraday trading services, you can reach out to us on 9930307466 or research at nightfintech.com. See you tomorrow.